I couldn't sleep. But 4 in the morning, I went onto the terrace. The night, like a whale swallowed stars. I saw a pickup truck carrying horses drive by. I think about the woman waiting for the pigeon. She doesn't trust the mails, or perhaps there are no longer any mails. She doesn't trust the phones, or half the phones stopped working in the meantime. She doesn't trust people, that's for sure. Humanity has never worked very well. I see her, holding the pigeon, unaware that before her, I had it trembling between my hands. This woman wants to escape. I don't know what she wants to escape from this crumbling country, from a suffocating marriage, from a future that tightens around her feet like someone else's shoe. Food. I thought of adding a small note to the message. Mata o messenger, kill the messenger. Yes, if she killed the pigeon, she would have found the diamond. So she will read the message and return the pigeon to the leather coach. At 6 in the morning, she will meet a man whom I imagine to be tall with an attentive heart and distinct gestures. A vague sadness illuminates in this man as he prepares to flee. Fleeing will make him a traitor to the homeland. He will wander the world, leaning on the love of a woman, but he will never again be able to fall asleep without first placing his right hand on the left side of his chest. The woman will notice his gesture. Is something wrong? He will shake his head, denying nothing. He's fine. How to explain his hurting his lost childhood? The days slip by as if they were liquid. I no longer have any notebooks to write in. I also have pens. I write on the walls with charcoal scraps, succinct verses. I save on food, water, fire, and adjectives. I've been losing my sight. I close my right eye, and I see only shadows. Everything confuses me. I walk clinging to walls. I read with effort, using stronger and stronger magnifying glasses and only under sunlight. I repeat the last words, the ones I used to hear. Temos, pois, o autor instalado numa janela de pensão de pensadores. Sente vida por baixo e à volta dele. Sim, pode senti-la, mas por enquanto fixa-se unicamente e com intenção no tal sopro de nuvens que é o amor. Não havendo ali, bem o sabe, porque fica no palco, calado dos montes, secreta e indiferente. No entanto, aprendeu a assinalá-la por aquele alto remado a finalizar os sorrisos. Lá está ela, a respirar. Depois, se quisesse escrever, passaria apenas o dedo na capa encarquilhada numa montanha, ou numa tábua de relíquia, ou numa pedra, e sulcaria o palco com esta palavra: Delfim. Seria uma dedicatória, uma epitáfio também. 6 letras que, de qualquer maneira, não teriam mais do que a justa e exata condição que a poeira consentisse até escrever o ovo. José casou-se diz: o Delfim. I've been burning the beautiful voices that have been by my side all these years. Sometimes I think I'm gone mad. From the terrace, I saw hippopotamus dancing in the balcony of the next floor. Hippopotamus, and then start the veranda. Illusion, right? Still, I saw it. It might be hunger. I've been eating very poorly. Weakness, fading sight, causes me to stumble over the letters as I read. I read the same pages so many times, but they're already different. I make mistakes while reading and new mistakes. I find incredible accuracies in the error. I see myself a lot. Some pages are improved by the misunderstanding. A flicker of fireflies flickers through the room. I move, like a jellyfish in this illuminated mist. I sink into my own dreams. Perhaps this will become my age. I've been happy in this house. Certain afternoons when time would come, the sun would visit me in the kitchen and he would rest his head on my leg. I realized I could turn the entire apartment into an immense book. After burning the library, after I die, only my voice will remain. In this house, all the walls have my mouth. If I still had space, charcoal, and fillable walls, I could write a teoria geral do esquecimento, the general theory of forgetting. His eyes were explained to me. It kept me. Death spins around me, shows its teeth, growls. I kneel and offer it my bare throat. Come, come, come now, my friend, bite! Let me go! Ah. Today you came and forgot about me. The night annoys. It's night. Again, I've counted more nights than days. Nights. Yes, and the chorus of frogs. I look out the window and I see the lagoon. The night splits in two. It's raining. Everything is overflowing. At night is as if darkness is singing. The night, rising and undulating, devouring the buildings. Along the edge of the lagoon. I saw it in photographs. I saw several photo albums about Brazil in the library. Cyclists pass her by. Those who linger their gaze on her never return. The woman's name is Sara. I call her Sara. She seems to have stepped out of a Modigliani painting. arrogant humanity. For years, I professed my belief out of sheer laziness. It would have been difficult to explain my disbelief to Odette, to everyone else. I also didn't believe in men, but people easily accepted that. I have come to understand over the past few years that to believe in God, one is forced to trust humanity. There is no God without humanity. I still don't believe neither in God nor in humanity. Since Fantasma died, I worship his spirit. I talk to him. I believe he listens to me. I do this not through an effort of imagination, much less intelligence, but through the exertion of another faculty which we can call irrationality. Am I talking to myself? It may be. Just like the saints, those who are always vainly talking with God. I am less arrogant. I talk to myself and pretend that I am talking to the beautiful soul of the dog. In any case, these are conversations that do me good. Tenho dó das estrelas, luzindo há tanto tempo. Tenho dó delas. Não haverá o cansaço das coisas, de todas as coisas, como das pernas ou de um braço. Um cansaço de existir, de ser, só de ser. O ser triste, brilhar, sorrir. Não haverá, enfim, para as coisas que são não morte, mas sim uma outra espécie de fim ou uma grande razão. Qualquer coisa, assim, como um perdão. Ludo, my dear, I am happy. Blind? I see better than you. I cry for your blindness, for your infinite stupidity. It would have been so easy for you to open the door, so easy for you to just go outside and embrace life. Peering under the bed, expecting monsters, monsters. Mostra os monstros, show me the monsters, those people on the street, no hope. I regret so much all of what you have lost. Desculpa. So very much. But isn't the unfortunate humanity identical to you? Muitas vezes, ao olhar ao espelho, eu vi atrás de mim. Often, while looking in the mirror, I would see him behind me. Now I don't see him anymore. Maybe it's because I see so poorly, os benefícios da cegueira. Or maybe it's because we changed all the mirrors. As soon as I got the money from the apartment, I bought new mirrors. Livrei-me dos antigos e comprei espelhos novos. The neighbors find it weird. The only thing in good conditions after 28 years in your apartment are the mirrors. Não! I snapped. The mirrors are haunted, estão assombrados. Haunted? Sim, vizinho, yes. Filled with shadows. They spent too many years in a state of solidão. I didn't want to tell them that. When I looked in the mirror often, I would see him on top of me. The man who raped me. The woman who removed me. At that time, I still went out of the house, vivia uma vida quase normal. I would go and come from school on my bike. In the summer, we rented a house in Costa Nova. I swam, gostava de nadar. One afternoon, upon returning home from the beach, I realized that a book I was reading was missing. Apercebi-me que dos livros que eu estava a ler tinha ficado na praia. So I went back to get it. There was a row of small huts set up on the beach. Night had fallen by then, era de noite. So everything was deserted. I went up to the hut where we had been. Entrei. I heard the noise, and when I looked back, I saw a man in the door, smiling at me. Reconheci-o, I recognized him. I used to see him in the bar, playing cards with my father, a jogar as cartas com meu pai. I was about to explain what I was doing there. I didn't have time. When I realized he was on top of me, he tore my dress apart, puxou umas cuecas e penetrou. I still remember the smell. Those hands, hard, ásperas, groping my breasts. I shouted, gritei. He slapped me with hard, syncopated blows. Não com ódio, not with fury, as if he was enjoying himself. Ele estava a divertir-se. So, I shut up. Calei. I arrived home in tears. My dress torn, coberta de sangue. Cara inchada. Meu pai, my father, percebeu tudo. He lost his mind. He slapped me while hitting me with his belt. Enquanto me açoitava com o cinto, he would shout, puta, whore, vadia, desgraçada. I still hear him today, whore, puta. My mom, minha mãe, holding him back, a tentar agarrá-lo. My sister, in tears, minha irmã, em lágrimas. I never really knew what happened to the man who raped me. He was a fisherman. Dizem que desapareceu para a Espanha. Desapareceu. Disappeared. I got pregnant. Eu engravidei. I locked myself in a room. Eles fecharam-me num quarto. I could hear the people outside whispering a sussurrar. When the time came, a midwife, uma parteira, came and helped me. I never even saw my daughter's face. Nem sequer vi a cara da minha filha. They took her from me. The shame, a vergonha. The shame is what kept me from going outside. My father, meu pai, died without ever speaking to me again. I would go into a room, entrava num quarto, he would get up and leave, levantava-se e ia embora. Years passed and he died. Months later, my mom went behind him, meses depois a minha mãe foi atrás. I moved in with my sister, living para casa da minha irmã, and little by little, I began to forget. Every day, I thought about my daughter's face, and every day, I would train myself not to think about her. I could never go outside without feeling this deep sense of vergonha. Now it's gone.
Agora passou.
I go out and I don't feel shame. I don't feel fear. I go out and the market women greet me. They laugh with me like close relatives. Children play with me. They hold my hand. I don't know if it's because I'm very old or because I'm as much of a child as they are.
So we had two people, Biam is not here, which is Brawly, so it was Brawly and Mitsu on the Angola side and on the Portuguese side, and this is a collaboration that we did. The show normally has projections, we normally show canções com português e inglês, They have projections with the Portuguese, but we can do on the venue. So when she's speaking in English, there's a lot of Portuguese happening in the background. Desculpem as pessoas de Portugal que não tiveram português facilitantes, mas era difícil encontrar o projetor e tudo isso a acontecer no espaço que tínhamos. But we are so thankful that you guys stayed and watched the show with us. Thank you so much.
Will become bigger and bigger. We will see this in bigger productions, bigger.
This is a version for the festival, so just to